What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We in the Fight Club breaking down all boxing fights this weekend and boxing news that can be rolling in over the week. But as always, before we start the breakdown of Ennis versus Villa and talking the Ortiz versus Stanionis card that kind of just got thrown to the side just a few hours ago, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on everything going down in boxing. And as always, your host for the boxing podcast is Paul Pickle Wyndham Concha. I'm always joined with.
What's going on, boys? It's your man Marcus Prime Time Penley. Shit sucks, man. Another called off fight. What is it, the third time?
Third time. I would give credit. One was Vergil, one was Stanionis, and now the third time it's Vergil again.
That boy Vergil, man, he's having what was it? Was it officially like weight issues?
So I'm assuming his weight issues is because, like, they say it's probably because of the cut. They haven't officially said it yet, but they said over that I literally just saw the tweet and I favored it. But I know from what I have did some research on him is he had to pull out of a fight before because of the fact that I can't remember what it's called, but it's something basically where you put yourself to a point of exhaustion in your body because someone else was talking about some other sport athlete, some football player that was going super hard 7 days a week.
Right.
He basically had like his whole body shut down on him. He goes to the doctor. Doctor told him, "Oh, you pushed your body literally to the brink. Where at that brink, it was like I'm done. Like I just had to shut down. So you have to
That
push
boy,
yourself to like extreme exhaustion, extreme work for that to happen. And
it's gotta be the weight cut.
it's the weight cut. This is his second time pulling out for the same type of reasoning. And the first reasoning, people thought the weight cut. He had two fights after that. People thought, okay, maybe he's back. But the boy, he's getting big for 147.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I was excited for this one. I thought there was gonna be some fireworks, boy. Them boys was gonna be throwing. I was excited to see the prospect welterweights have a weekend to them. That shit was gonna be fun, man. It shit sucks. I don't even know where Ortiz goes from here. I
I
mean,
don't
does
think
he
he's
try to
staying at
stay?
147. I don't think so. I think he wants to, maybe, and I feel like Oscar De La Hoya in his corner is going to try to like force him to stay at 147. But I wouldn't be mad if he did go to 154, never winning a belt at 147 because 154 is wide open with Charlo going up to weight classes. Like Tenzu was waiting on his big fight, stayed active. Brian Castellano is still around. Like there's still some names, some beatable names, and some big fights there as well. I know Tenzu versus him probably be a big fight, but I don't know. Maybe
That would be a fun fight. But I also wanted to see Vergil kind of get tested a little bit before maybe like maybe like a guy like that. But it kind of sucks because I mean he still did. What was he only at 147? I'd be forgetting.
yeah, he was a true welter. Well, I mean, not really true welterweight, but yeah, mostly
Yeah, same right there.
147.
Kind of wanted to see him like that's what I was excited for this fight for real, bro. 'Cause I wanted to see him get kind of tested and see him go into like maybe some deep waters or some shit. That boy is nice, bro, and he got the power to take him far.
I'm just gonna say it, bro. Like, if you're having multiple times where you can't make the weight,
That's the problem, bro. Like how many? This is like damn, bro. It's gonna look like you want to retire soon. Like, are you? Is it like him not taking the sport serious? Is he taking it too serious? Like that, like overworking himself? Because I mean,
I
at
just
that
think
point, you
he's
move
too
up in weight. It's
big.
like I don't know what's going on with bro.
I think he's just probably just too big. He's aging out of the weight class. Like he's still growing. He's only 25. So like he's getting bigger. Like he's putting on a little bit more weight as he's getting older. And I think
I
he's getting
definitely
to that
would,
point.
if he did go up to 154, I would definitely want to see him like warm up before like a Tim Zoo though. Like I would have to look at like a list of some guys I can think
You think
off the top, but
he gets the Fondor off the L? He gets the Brian.
damn.
He gets the Lubin
That
off the
dog did get
shit.
his ass dropped. That would my boy Lubin. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Low key, I'd be forgetting about Lubin. Lubin just looked nice too in his last fight. So shit, that'd be interesting for real. I think Tezu's a dog though.
Yeah, no, Tim Tszyu, I think is that like even though Brian Castellano, former unified champ, I still think Tim Tszyu is probably the top of the crop right now after Charlo departing.
Yeah, yeah, like the way his route is going, he look like he's definitely the top at 154 right now, especially with Charlo doing what he's doing.
And like this was supposed to be a good fight because
But
Stanionis, this will be fight of the year contender. People were hyping it up because like Stanionis, Vergil Ortiz, and I'm really looking forward to this fight. Like not only is it on my birthday, July 8th, but it's fight of the year contender. Two of the welterweights, Vergil Ortiz supposed to be the next up, right next to Boots. He's like the number 3 or 4 guy, depending on how you rank Boots and him. And then
right,
and then Stanionis is the one that was kind of always in the back burner, didn't get the push. He had a better amateur pedigree than both Boots and Vergil Ortiz, but he never had like the backing or anything. So, and then he kind of looked shaky in his last couple performances, the Thomas Delorme and Justin Deloach fight. But then he follows that up with a good win over Butiev, where a lot of people thought Butiev would beat him on the Spence Ugas undercard. And he gets a good win over him, looked better than ever. So leading up to this fight, it was kind of like, okay, Stanionis is legit, undefeated welterweight. He's not just someone that can beat up cans. And in Vergil Ortiz, he has beaten former world champions like Maurice Hooker, Samuel Vargas.
right.
He fought Antonio Orzoco, and like, and he's looked good in all his fights. Knocked out everybody up until this point. I believe everyone he's fought, he's knocked their ass out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. That shit was gonna be some fireworks. So, like, honestly, man, shit sucks that we not getting it. But
Yeah.
I've been hyped for the first time when they first announced this shit.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna lean towards
Crazy.
Stanionis because of the inside information that I heard about how it's a serious weight cut. He's had this issue before, and I was like, they both fight with a high guard. They both like to walk forward, and I was like, I know Ortiz got the bigger power to actually put your lights out, but Stanionis,
Right.
I think if he doesn't have to deal with a bad weight cut, I just thought he was gonna be the one that looked better for 12 whole rounds.
Facts. I wanted to see how Virgil's defense was gonna be with a guy like that, and also, I mean, I also felt like Virgil's jab was gonna give bro problems, but I mean, I had Virgil winning it, but I thought it was gonna be like a dog fight, like fight of the year type back and forth, split rounds type shit. So I don't know, man. I was just excited to see bro get tested, man. Shit sucks that we not getting it.
Well, what we are getting instead is still, I mean, another top tier welterweight, Darren Boots Ennis, arguably the best welterweight, depending on
Wait. I got one question
what.
before we jump in the hit. Who do you have over who? Virgil? Or I guess you was just bashing, bro. Virgil
I
or
have it.
Boots?
I have it as in my eyes, pound for not pound for pound, but 147 ranking to me. Bud, Spence, Boots, Ortiz. Well, Stanionis, then Ortiz.
Okay. Just wanted to see where we was standing there.
Yeah, nah, that's where I'm standing. And honestly, that I'm giving Spence a little bit credit, but I honestly think Boots could be over Spence. But I will get into it more when we talk. Like Boots' last fight against Garen Tukulasi, like he went all 12 rounds and everything. He looked good, don't get me wrong, but like
Right.
he looked like the same
Right.
fighter that he's always been. Like he hasn't seemed to level up. Like I don't know, he just seems like
Right.
stagnant, okay where he's at.
Facts.
But no discredit to Romaine Villa either. Like Romaine Villa, I don't remember that he was on the undercard of the Garcia Tank card also with Boots, and he fought
Right.
Rashid Speedy Ellis, and everyone had Speedy Ellis winning, and
Yeah, I remember that.
Speedy Ellis was winning. He was catching him, looking real good. But Romaine
Yep.
Villa just has that fucking power to change a fight. He's long with it too, and he cracked him, dropped him a couple times late in the fight. People still thought Speedy Ellis did enough to win the fight going to the cards, but Romaine Villa pulls out the fucking underdog win, the bumps him. This was supposed to be Speedy versus Ennis. They were rapping towards one another in the presser of their last fight. They're on the same card. And instead, we get the Romaine Villa in his fight, where Romaine Villa earned, which I kind of give him credit for.
Yeah, man. I think this fight's gonna have some fireworks also, and man, I hope this can keep Boots. They need to keep Boots active after this. I want him to see him fight more frequently. I know the division is tied up with fucking Spence and Crawford, but I want to see Boots more. They need to be pushing him more. He's the next. He's now I think where he's like 28, 29, and bro could be a fucking pound for pound star. So like I don't know. I want to see him more after this fight, but I'm ready to see a performance, man. Because I think people was talking shit about Boots' last fight where he went like 12 rounds. He was kind of getting tagged a little bit. Like he didn't look bad, but like I think people was like questioning like defense, and I think he went all 10
Yeah,
or like he
no,
went the
you
distance.
went all the rounds, and Chukwueze was. I mean, he was walking backwards the whole fight, but he was using his foot
Yeah,
to slip everything. And Boots looked good towards the middle and end of the fight. Like the
right.
round 4 to 9, he looked good because he stopped. Like the first few rounds, he's looking only for the knockout, which he can do.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to like he trusts his chin and he doesn't worry about you landing on him. He's looking to knock you out. But then the
right.
moment he realized Kutalati is not gonna keep like he's not gonna be hit like that, he started using the jab, started boxing him. Then he got a little bit too comfortable again, looking for
Yeah.
the knockout, and then again started to look a little bad towards the end. But like I think it's more of him it's not like he doesn't have the skill set. It's more of him
Right. It's more like a
looking.
mental
Yeah,
thing.
it's like you can't be Edgar Berlanga, buddy. Don't be looking for the knockout. Go in there and box, and the knockout will come.
Right, right. Like go, yeah, because he got the skills, man. Just go in there and work, bro. That shit's gonna you gonna end up dropping, bro, eventually. But honestly, I think this is gonna be a. I don't think it's gonna be as much of a dogfight as I would have seen the Ortiz fight. But I definitely see Boots coming out with a performance and trying to showcase, like, all right, and especially like with the $1 million worth of game shit that was going on with Boots and Crawford, bro was kind of getting a little not exposed, but you know what I'm saying. That bro was like, damn.
Like the IBF
So
route.
I think Boots is gonna come out here and not like try to be on some wild shit, but I think he's gonna come out here and put on like an A+ performance. I think he's gonna put on a show, and I think I want to see him on a busy route after this and go and start looking and getting those straps, bro, because those straps are going to be available. Maybe not soon, but in the next like year or so, I think all four will probably be up because I think Crawford and Spence will move up, so the belts will be free. Or even, but I mean, bro's like knocking on the door, bro. So like, I'm ready to see him really step up and like get some belts, or even if he got to move up in weight, bro got size to him too. So like, I don't know, man. I'm ready to see what his career is, bro. I think pound for pound type talent.
So the thing when someone said that Boots reminded them, and I kind of see it. They said Boots reminded them of Roy Jones without the defense because Roy Jones
Right,
wasn't getting hit, whereas Jaron Boots is getting hit. But offensively, his speed, reflexes, instinct, the fucking athleticism, everything. Like, because for someone that big and that strong, he should not be able to throw the punches as fast as he throws punches and is able to literally have his
and
hands down and look at
absolutely.
you and just kind of walk forward and like you can't land on him while he's throwing fucking odd angle overhand rights or fucking a looping jab. Like he's just doing shit that for his size at that speed shouldn't happen. So I can see it, but I think once he starts, that's what makes this fight interesting to me because he could win in the first 6 rounds and completely obliterate Villa because Villa doesn't have the defense like that. He kind of just walks forward. He's a one-dimensional kind of guy. He's kind of tricky with it because he's lengthy, but he's still not very
Right,
defensive now, very one-dimensional. And Speedy Ellis is tagging him all fight. So if Ennis hits him the same way, I think we could see an early knockout, some early knockdowns. But if this fight goes past 6 and Boots is still comfortable in his head, like, oh, I'm whooping his ass, like how he was fighting Kutalate, he just got too comfortable and started looking sloppy again. And Villa has the
right,
power, and we saw with Sheedy Ellis, like we saw the power translating the late round, where that's what makes it interesting to me is if Boots doesn't make it, if it goes past 6 rounds and doesn't worry about getting hit and Villa lands a couple fucking shots, I think this is a fight. If it goes late into the fight, we'll see Boots get hurt, and maybe not a knockdown, maybe not a knockout, but we'll see him
Right,
get
right, but
hurt.
tested a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see him
That'll
get
be interesting to
wobbly.
see. Okay, okay. Because
Yeah, I
shit,
think
I would want to
after
see
the
bro
six.
get tested. Shit, I'm ready to see bro get tested, man. It's about time.
I mean, this is for the interim IBF World Welterweight title. It's gonna go 12 if it goes all the way.
Right.
And I mean, it's either Boots if if it goes past six, I think it goes to a decision. But if it's under six, I think Boots ends up getting an early KO stoppage. He just hurt. I think Romaine Villa is not defensive enough to not get hit.
Right, right.
So given that, I think the over under is set at 5.5. Do you think it goes past the? Do you think it goes into the sixth round, or do you think
Yeah,
it?
nah, I think it goes past 5. But I mean I can see maybe like a late stoppage, but I think I can't really say if it's gonna be a stoppage or go all 12. I
If
can
the
see
fight
either
goes the
or happening.
distance, that's one of my bets. Is the fight to go to distance plus 450.
Okay.
It's massive odds. They think Boots is gonna come in here and clean shit up and get out, go home.
All right. I think he's gonna put on a good performance. I don't know. I don't know. He should. I would want to see him get like a stoppage, bro, to put a stamp on the 147 division. And really show like I mean he's been saying like I'm here, but really show like I'm here. So
And
I mean,
unfortunately, it's sad to say, even if he wins this fight, he's still not any closer to a belt shot than he was before this fight. I don't know.
yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah, it's a sticky situation. That's why I want to see him stay more active. If it's gonna be standstill, I'd rather see him be more active than. I'm not saying he's not active, but I just want to see him more in like some bigger fights or more
Stop the cap
fighting more often, like 3 to 4 times a year maybe or some shit. I don't
and,
know.
and stop the cap.
Yeah, and fight my boy Bud.
And then, so that's our fight picks and everything. I even gave y'all bets, some big odd bets for y'all boys. The biggest news in boxing probably of the year because it's massive. I mean, this is a big fight. Canelo originally was to fight Big Charlo. Big Charlo started thinking it over. He doesn't think it's a good idea that he first fight back after almost damn near 2 years is that fight up a weight class against Canelo. So little
Right.
Charlo said, "Fuck it, I'll fucking come in." And undisputed Charlo is what we call him. Undisputed Charlo said, "I'll fucking come and take that fight. Go up 2 weight classes. Don't give a fuck. I'm ready."
Oh yeah, man, that shit's exciting, bro. Undisputed versus undisputed. Little Charlo's taking the step up. Boy was calling out Canelo, bro. That shit got that. That's definitely more exciting fight than the other Charlo brother. But man,
I think so too. I think it'll be a
yeah,
better fight.
yeah, 154 Charlo boy can cause some problems, bro. And definitely how Canelo looked against like Ryder, against Triple G, against Bivol. So like. It's not looking like the best favors in Canelo, even though I'm the
And
biggest Canelo guy.
and
It
how
look,
Charlo looked against Castellano.
yeah, and like how Charlo's been looking with Derek James, like I think just like the boy jab, his output, his footwork, like I think a lot of things could really give Canelo problems, and he's a little bit bigger. Not saying Canelo don't got problems with bigger people, but Charlo could really do some damage, bro. And like especially when Canelo's doing that standstill or like, pop shotting type and Charlo can work that jab and really keep that jab in his face and really keep that output heavy, unloading all those combinations he likes to do with plus the power, the speed. I think Charlo has a good chance, man. I'm excited for that fight. Undisputed versus undisputed. Canelo chasing greatness. You already
Who
know
do
if
you
Canelo
think
wins that.
hits harder? Do you think Charlo moving up 2 weight classes hits harder than John Ryder, who's a natural 168er?
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say over Canelo. I would say Charlo got more power than Ryder.
Gordon Bivol at 175. I know he's not throwing power punches, but like just standalone punches. Who do you think? But Charlo, but I'm just trying to make the point. Charlo's power is still going to carry into 168. Like it's still
Yeah.
comparable.
I don't think. I think even with Charlo's power though, I don't think he's gonna hurt Canelo to the point where Canelo gets stopped or like wobbled or anything. Because
No,
if Canelo can eat not prime Triple G, but like right outskirts prime Triple G punches, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to hurt. I mean, I don't know. Canelo is getting older though, so that shit could change. But I don't know though. I would favor B-Ball's power because he is bigger. But I mean, I don't know. Charlo, bro, got some fucking damaging power, bro.
yeah, because it's not that I think he'll hurt him. I just think, especially with Canelo and his track record with judges always being on his side,
He's gonna have to hurt him.
yeah, you're gonna not even drop or anything, but your punches have to show like they're affecting him. You can't just be tagging him and Canelo
Well,
eating all of it and it only throws a one or two counter, maybe one of them
yeah,
lands. Like you got to be able to land, and the judges are seeing because like otherwise, I worry because I know Charlo like judges like Charlo. Don't get me wrong, but Canelo fucking wine dine with them judges, boy. Like he be taking them out,
yeah,
because like I've seen a few cards that are just a little controversial. But a 118,
right.
110, the first Triple G, Canelo, like what? Like what the fuck were you watching? Like I don't know. I'm just
But I mean, the one thing though, the B-Ball fight, I think the fight could go kind of similar to that, where Canelo, if he's going and like if Canelo's not having enough output, and if he's fighting like how he's been fighting the last couple of fights, I think that's when it's going to cause an issue. And if it goes 12, it can still go Charlo's way because Charlo does have a high output. Like he's going to sit there and he's going, especially how he
didn't
looked
one of
with
the judges
Cassiano too,
didn't one of
bro.
the judges have it like 115, 113 Canelo? Not Canelo, but B-ball, but it's had the card super close in that B-ball Canelo fight where it was just like, what the fuck were you like they still
Yeah,
but it was still
that
like
shit,
that's my
yeah,
fear
that
with
shit's always gonna happen
Charlo
with the
moving up
fucking,
these weight classes is the ass judging that they may give Canelo. Like
that's
I
why
think Charlo wins.
his best bet.
Like he looks good too. He'll
What
have the
happened?
volume. I think Charlo will probably, like in our eyes, will win the fight on volume
Right,
and everything. But then it'll be like it'll be like a draw or some bullshit's gonna
right.
end up happening.
Fact, bro. I can see it, man. Pound for pound star. That's what
And
comes with the.
but with Charlo moving up, it opens up 154. I'm not sure if he's dropping the belts or like I don't know if it is a one fight at 168, then goes back to his weight class, or if he goes to the other weight class in between. Or so it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how this plays in the whole
I mean,
box.
I think for the most part, the belts will be eventually up because I think even if he loses, Canelo's not going to defend
No,
the
not
154 belt. So I think, and then if he wins, I think Charlo's not also might not defend the 154 belts. So I think either way, it just might take a minute, but I think eventually they're going to be up.
I love it though. I love the
Undisputed
fight.
versus undisputed, man. That's lit.
Canelo getting old. He's looking kind of rusty. He's looking kind of slow. He's not defensively there. He doesn't have the volume to be kind of stuck in the
Right,
mud. And then
right.
Charlo got the speed, power, youth. I just on my thing though, I hope happens for this fight is Canelo puts that motherfucking fight in Houston, and so it's in the Charlo's backyard, and it still
Oh
fucking
yeah.
sells out with all his Mexican fans. So he can
Oh
he can punk his ass
yeah.
in his town, bro. That's all. I just feel like that'd be an
Yeah.
ultimate gangster move right there.
That'll be lit. That'll be some pound for pound shit, man.
You hearing boos in Houston for a Charlo walkout? Like that's what
That,
I'm saying. Like that'd be some gangster
that'll be
shit.
tough. That shit would be lit with Mexicans.
Yeah, like I'm sure people disrespecting the Mexican people in Houston. Like there's a fuckload of them.
Texas, man.
Nah, but shit. Other than that, I can't. Like, we're excited for July 8th. It should have been a super banger of a fucking weekend with all the the best welterweights outside of the two fighting later this month should have been fighting on the 8th. We won't get them. but we'll still get Boots, who's in our opinion, the best out of the top of the crop, as we're gonna keep calling him. And stay tuned because we got Inoue Fulton unified for the 122 belt. Can't wait for that. Then we got in the same week Crawford versus Spence and all the shit talking, everything online. It all come 3-4 years in the making of their fans talking all their shit. It will be decided July 25th. So like July seems to be the month of boxing right now. I thought they took breaks in the summer, but I guess it's a hot boy summer.
2023, man, the year of the boxing.
And stay tuned for UFC July 8th. Also, banger of fights this week in the UFC. Got Alexander the Great going up against Yair. And then Brandon Moreno going up against Alexander Pantoja, who's beaten Brandon Moreno twice and has never got a shot at the title. So can Moreno defend his belt? First defense of his belt is against the guy who beat him twice. Should be a good one.
That's gonna be juicy.
It is. That's kind of juicy. But we gotta get the fuck out of here. Stay tuned as always. We love you. Go down, like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on the fight. Comment your thoughts on the Canelo Charlo news, and comment your thoughts on Vergil Ortiz on if he should stay at 147, if he should move up, or what the fuck's going on over there. But as always, these were your hosts. I'm Paul Pickle, I'm Concha. I'm joined with Marcus Primetime Penley. And if y'all didn't know, now y'all know, motherfuckers.